Hey guys, momentaijankguy bringing you a brand new deck profile. Apologize for not uploading videos. I was going to upload a band prediction list video, but when I recorded it, I noticed that my audio for like my voice was off afterwards, and so I just decided not to upload it. I only got two predictions right, which was the Jack Raid and the Blinding Ray. There was some other stuff, but those are the only two I got right. Everything else, so like, thank God, it was a big ban list, banning Matt, really big, but anywho, that's for a different video. Let's get started with this. So it's gonna be an Accel deck profile. So I've been having a lot of fun with it. I tinkered around with it. Originally, I was gonna take a Vizimon to Regionals in Pasadena, which is gonna be in about 2 weeks. On the 30th. So if you're there, feel free to say hi. But after changing up Accel, because I was like losing with it a lot, well, breaking a lot with it, I changed up the list a bit, and it's been a lot more consistent, and I'm very much enjoying it. So let's get started with the egg. So we're running 4 Pinamon. Unfortunately, you have to run this egg. There is no room for a 5th egg. So it says during your turn, once per turn, when any of your Digimon with the Accel trait or played, this Digimon may Digimon to a Digimon card with the Accel trait in your hand, reducing it by 2. So which is super nice. So let's say you play a rookie, you promoted already, you play a rookie or something or anything, that you can then Digivolve, like let's say it's level 3 into your level 4 for free basically. So it's a super nice card, and the egg is super key to like your big combo plays, and I'll get to that later on. So those are the eggs. Let's put these over here. So onto the rookie. So the rookie spot is very tight because there's only one other rookie that ironically only works with the deck. There are some other stuff you can run, but it's just not worth it. So first off, we were running 4 Lilomon. So this is the searcher of the deck. So Fremon or level 2 Accel trait Digimon for cost 0. I forgot who Fremon is again. But anywho, so reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 Digimon card to Chaosmon in its name, because none of the Chaosmons have Accel in their trait. Or the Accel trait and 1 option card with the Accel trait among them to your hand, and then you bottom deck the rest. So it can pick up 2 cards. It can pick up the 2 cost option card and any other Digimon, which is super cool. Next up, we have 4 Falcomons. Falcomon, he's your cost reduction, Digivolution cost reduction rookie. During your turn, when the Digimon to a Digimon card with the Accel trait, you can reduce it by 1. So it's super nice for like putting the opponent to 1 and stuff like that. And then the inherit is just piercing. Oh, and I forgot. The important part is his inherit is barrier. Barrier is super key. As long as your stack has barrier, you're like 100% safe for security, because you don't really care if the stack dies. You just don't want it to die by battle, because partition doesn't work off battle. And the piercing is okay, but the barrier is what you want. And then for the last 3 rookies, we were running 3 Lilomon from EX5. So on play, search your security stack. You may add 1 card with Lilomon in its name in it to your hand. If you added a card, you recover 1. And then you shuffle your security stack. So this searches the level 5 Lord of Leo, and it searches the Bancho Leomon. This is why we run it. Yes, it does heal for 1, but it's not the worst. I didn't have a problem with it all day today. But yeah, these are the rookies. We are only running 11. There are a lot of lists that are running Ukomons, but I feel like doing that, you're sort of setting yourself back with the Ukomons, because it does heal for 1, which is the same thing. Like you promote, you can search, but you can't pick up option cards, because you're only running 1 tamer here. Well, we're copies, but only 1 tamer. But you don't want to bottom deck the option card, because the option card is super key to the deck. And like you don't always need it, but it just helps to have and helps to see it. All right, and we're gonna go on to the 4. So the 4s, unfortunately, you're only running 8 4s. You can try to find room, but you're probably gonna break a lot more. We're running 4 Ditramon, so it's only a 4 cost, which is super nice. So on play with Digivolve, you spin one of your opponent's Digimon. It's really good for going for game. Just Digivolve to spin anything, super nice. The inherit is piercing, and that's all it does. And then next we are running 4 Lilomon. Unfortunately, he is not treated as a Leomon card, so you cannot search this. But on play when Digivolving, give one of your opponent's Digimon -3K for the turn. Super nice. It's also on play, and it also has barrier, so super important. And so there's the only 4s we're playing. And next for the 5s, we're running 4 Chromon. Chromon's pretty good. On play when Digivolving, spin one of your opponent's Digimon, then one of your Digimon gets plus 3000 DP, and then one of your Digimon may attack. So super nice for like running over annoying little bodies and stuff like that. They have aces and stuff. Just run it over. And then the Inherit is very good when attacking one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 4000 DP for the turn. And then next, probably the better 5 was going to be the Lord of Leomon. So this is basically like a mini Venusmon. On play when Digivolving until the end of your opponent's turn, one of their Digimon can't activate when Digivolving effects and gets minus 3000 DP, so it's super nice. And the Inherit is a redirect, so when one of your opponent's Digimon attacks, you may change the attack target to this Digimon. It's just super good card, and they're all cheap cost to play. Like, they are weak DP, but the fact that they're only like they're both 6 cost to play, and this can sort of like win you games too. It's like if they put you to 3, they have a memory setter. Just hard slam this down. It's like, hey, you get minus 3, but now when the Digivolvings don't activate. So that stack literally becomes useless unless they have like one attacking and stuff, but this card is just super strong. Now on to these 6s. Oh, we're gonna put that one back over here. So we are running only 3 Vardoromon. Card's pretty good. So when this card would be played, if you have a Digimon card with the Accel trait, so basically anything that is the Lilamon that isn't an Accel Digimon, reduce it by 5, so you basically play for 7. And then on play with Digivolving, you suspend all of your opponent's Digimon. One of your Digimon gets plus 3000 TP for the turn, so sort of like the Chromon. And then one of your Digimon may attack. So super cool. And then end of your turn, this Digimon and any of your other Digimon may DNA Digivolve into a Digimon card with Chaosmon in its name in the hand. Then the DNA Digimon may attack. So super nice. And then the Inherit is when attacking, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 4000 for the turn. So super cool. Next we're playing probably the better 6. This is like your spot removal. This is just, it gives you control of the game depending on the situation. So same requirement, if you have an Accel Digimon, you can reduce the cost by 5, so it plays for 7. And on play when Digivolving, they Digivolve to one of your opponent's Digimon, then one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 5000 for the turn, and until the end of their turn. So it's just super strong for an uncommon, which is insane. And then same end of turn as the Vardoromon. This Digimon and any of your other Digimon may DNA Digivolve into a Chaosmon in its name in the hand. And then the DNA Digimon may attack, and then during the opponent's turn, whenever Digimon attacks, you can redirect it to him. And then for the last 6 we're playing, we originally were going to play 2 Cherubimons. I was going to take one of these out, but I was playing it today, and the one of Cherubimon actually feels really great. It works out really well because they all play for 7 basically, and this is a 7 cost, but it also gives you an additional body, which is super nice. So Blast Evo, Evo's for 4, but Evo's on top of any of the 5s because the Evo's over yellow green, and all the 5s have yellow in them. And so on play when Digivolving, also has Alliance. On play when Digivolving, you may play 1 green or yellow level 4 or lower Digimon card from your hand without paying the cost. Then until the end of your opponent's turn, one of the Digimon gets minus 4k for each of your other Digimon. So it doesn't count itself, but it's super nice, and this card is just super strong. I do have one spot that I can mess around with if I do decide to run a second one, but right now the 1-up has been feeling really good. So those are all the 6s. And next we have the boss monster. It's going to be 4 Chaosmon. I was originally running in my older build one of the older Chaosmon that's like the Digivolve 3, has barrier, blocker, and minus 8000 to a stack basically. It was okay. I was running one the super ultimate Chaosmon, but it seemed a bit too slow. And so this card's it's really strong. So DNA Digivolve a green level 6 or a green or a green level 6 or a black level 6. So basically you can DNA with this and this. You can DNA with 2 Bancho Leos. Because it's green and black, so you could do 2. You could treat this Bancho as green, and this Bancho as yellow, and this Bancho as black. So super nice. Same with Cherubi, because Cherubi is 2 colors. It's green yellow. Same with you could do 2 Verodus. This feels a lot weaker. This is a lot stronger. because like I said, it is yellow plus green, so you can do treat this as a green, treat that as yellow. It's just super strong. And this level 7 gets the entire effect even if you hard evil into it. So security +1, partition, green level 6, and yellow or black level 6, a green or black level 6. And then when it would leave due to an effect that isn't yours or battle. So the only way partition doesn't trigger is if like it dies in battle, which sucks. But that's why you have barrier, so it doesn't die in battle. And so when digivolving, for each of this Digimon's level 6 Digivolution cards, you gain you can suspend one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers, and then gain 1 memory for each. Then none of their Digimon or Tamers can activate on-play effects or unsuspend till the end of their turn. So it's a super strong card. So end of turn, you'll DNA, go into this, swing 2 checks. And then you want it to basically die at the end of their turn, or if they try to out it, you can just partition. You get the on plays. So this is probably the strongest one. So let's say you have these 2 underneath. They get rid of it. You can partition, play both of them. The Digivolve 2, -5, Trubimon, play out a body. So let's just say you play out a Liomon. So you're gonna give it -3, and then you're gonna give it an additional -8 because 4 + 4. So you're doing so much DP reduction on just that alone, and also you're going semi-wide, which is super nice. And that's the only Chaosmon we're running. That's all you really need. The other ones are more utility stuff, but if the more consistently you go into this Chaosmon, the better you have a chance of winning, because you have redirect, so you protect your security. He doesn't have built-in barrier, but there are inherits for him barrier, and he basically has blocker because of the redirects, and he's just annoying to get rid of. And even if they do get rid of him, you're like, sure, I'm gonna partition, clear your board. It's a super strong card. Now onto the options. So I see a lot of lists only running 3. I think this is a mandatory 4. This card is insane. So singularity of chaos. So while you have a Digimon with Chaosmon in its name or the Accel trait, you can ignore color requirements. So super sick, super nice. The artwork's really sick too, because that's all the Chaosmon DNAs. So security is like X antibody, gain 1 memory, then adds a card to your hand. And the main effect is you may play 1 Digimon card as the Accel trait from your hand with the play cost reduced by 4, then place this card as any of your Digimon's bottom sources. So super nice. So the ideal combo, reason why the egg is so important, let's move these out of the way really quick so I can show you guys. So let's say your stack is that, and the 5 usually doesn't really matter, but if you did have a 5, you would want it to be the, where did I put it? Where are the 6s? Oh, they're here. You would probably want it to be the Lord of Leo. So let's say this is your stack, so 3, 4, 5. So essentially, you can stack the reduction stack. So this would be for 7, then this would be for reducing it by 4. So you're only playing this for 3, but 5 in general, because you're still paying 2 for the option card. So let's get a different. Okay, let's just say 2 6s. So you play for 2. You play this, reducing it by 4, and then reducing it by 5. And so you're playing it for 3. You would do Digivolve -2, yada yada. And then the Peanutmon effect activates when any of your Accel trait Digimon are played. This Digimon may Digivolve into an Accel trait Digimon for a reduction of 2. So you can Digivolve into Bancho Leo for a reduction of 2, so for 1. And then you can Digivolve again, -5k, end of your turn. Your DNA, go into Chaos, suspend stuff, you get memory back, and then you swing, because end of turn, the Digimon may attack, and you swing 2 checks. And you're safe because you have barrier. Option cards probably only to kill you. You're not gonna die security. You have 2 redirects. It's super strong. Well, 3 redirects, the Bancho, and the Lord of Leo. So that is why the egg is so important. And so this deck is sort of like, you don't want to promote early, because if you promote early, you'll probably lose the game and set yourself back really hard. So that is what the option does. And the reason why it's so important is because end of the opponent's turn, if this Digimon has Chaosmon in its name, you trash your opponent's top securities card, and this Digimon gets minus 30,000 DP for the turn. So I've already looked it up, and I confronted with judges too. So it is your effect that is giving it minus 30,000, but it is the game's mechanic of seeing the Chaosmon at 0 DP that is killing it, which allows you to partition at the end of the opponent's turn, spitting out both of your 6s. It sounds really weird because it's your card, your effect killing your own card, but when it hits 30,000, the game checks the state of the board, and it's like, oh, you're 30k, the game is attempting to kill it, partition, when you would leave, you spit up both of the 6s. So very, very good card, and this is why I think it's a 4, just because for that effect alone, because you have both 6s on their field. At the end of the opponent's turn, if you have another Chaosmon, you can literally just DNA, gain 2 memory, stun, do 2 checks again. You could always risk getting that early checks in, but just for the chance, like let's say you don't know, you already know where you're playing it, like say you're playing into Royal Knights, the chances of a 12k dying in there is really high. So I think that's a guarantee 4 of. Next we're running 3 yellow memory boosts, because since we don't have that many 4s, the rookies are hit or miss. You want to keep searching, you want to set up as much as you can, you want to look for the Chaosmon, you want to look for your 5s, you want to look for a lot of stuff. And just a good card for this deck. This is the only flexible spot that I have is going to be the trading. The trading's okay, just because this can also, both of these can make you with your option card, the Singularity, because you get added to your hand. But if I did take this out, I'd probably put it in a second Chaosmon Ace, just so it's another really good card, just a hard slam down, go wide, minus DP, clear board, control game. But right now it's been doing okay. Hasn't come up too much, but Chaosmon Ace would probably be better. Or if you want to too, you could always put a Ultimate Chaosmon, just because that game later on, if the game does get to that end, because you're trying to end games really quick with this deck. Ultimate Chaosmon bottom decks for every level 6 you have in your sources, and it gets, if you have 4 6s, it gets here to deck +3 and gets piercing. But yeah, only flexible spot I would say. And for the last 3 cards, we are playing 3 TK, more consistency. On play, this has been around since set 1, and it's still a good card, still an amazing card. On play, you pick up your security, look at your security, add a yellow card, add any card, and if it happens to be yellow, you recover 1. So you can add the Singularity with this, but you'll basically be shooting yourself a damage because you won't be able to recover 1. And this is a memory setter, because basically you sort of want to build up in the back, and even if you don't get your effects, that's perfectly fine, because if they promote early, you're just like, okay, perfect, you could promote Singularity, player 6, evil from the Pinamon, DNA, control their board. It's just super strong. But yeah, that is the deck profile. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.